You are live.
This says we are live. It looks like it's made all of the connections now. Oh, great. Today is Wednesday, January the 20th of 2021. Can you believe that?
I know, isn't it crazy? And you really, really look at it. We're doing 1, 20, 21, 21. See?
Oh, look at that.
We do have to worry about 2021, though, because you do know now that 20 is old enough to drink. You've heard that joke, right?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta worry. You think 2020 was bad. Wait for 2021. Oh, no, it won't be bad. It's all about attitude.
Attitude makes a big difference.
You know what happened to me last night, Terry Ann?
What happened?
Furnace went out.
No way.
29 degrees in Kansas City last night.
Oh my gosh, it was cold.
So it's all about your attitude. My husband and I said we could go stay in a hotel, but wait, we just got back from vacation. Or we could just snuggle and maybe find a space heater and tough it out. We did that. We felt like little 20-year-olds. It was great. Oh, wait, I am 20. It was great. It's about your attitude, right?
Attitude makes crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? You had the goal last night of staying warm.
Yeah, that was true. And I had the means.
You had the means.
You want to know why I had the means? You want to know why I had the means? We're in 2020. And so the week before Thanksgiving, we celebrated Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything with our 4 kids. But that meant that we need to stay out in the garage because it was a little too cold for the backyard. So we went and bought a couple space heaters. Who knew that we'd need them a couple months later? Praise God, we had them. Good morning, Grace. It's so good to see you. We probably should introduce ourselves. Oh, yes. I am dressed warm enough, Grace. I have a space heater in my office and one in my bedroom because I got 2. 2, that's it. Hopefully the guy will be here at 10 o'clock to fix the furnace. So we're just praying about it. It's fun.
Well, now that you've mentioned introductions, welcome to Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. I am Terry Ann, life coach TA. I help women to build the confidence to defeat those lies of negative self-talk. And my co-host is?
I'm Sherry Berger, and I am the owner of Here to There Consulting because we educate business owners with the tools to balance life, business, and finances by creating a roadmap tailored for you to get you from here to there, to help you with those great dreams and goals that you have for this great 2021.
Hey!
There you go. So I'm really, really happy to be back today. And I'm excited because we're going to talk about means. We're going to talk about the means of getting there once we have our goals. So we talked about the why, right, Terry Ann?
Yes.
And then I heard last week you guys talked about the intention, right?
Intentional. How badly do you want it?
So to be intentional, right? With when you say you're going to do it, the intention would be getting those habits put together, right? And today we're going to talk about the means. So I know we set all these goals for January, but we got to keep our why really, really big. Then we got our intentional, and then now our means. So what kind of means do you have to meet those goals that maybe you set? What was a goal you set this year, Terry Ann?
I am working on how am I going to improve my business and my personal growth and development.
Okay.
And I know that one is going to lead to the other. So to be intentional, I am doing things like this. I'm becoming more comfortable, stretching my comfort zones. Boy, is this a stretch. And the means I need is, I'm not sure of my means. Help me out here. What means do I need?
You need a great friend like me that, you know what, if you hang out with me too long, you never know what you're going to do. Is that true, Terry Ann?
That is true. That is true. You know, everybody needs that cheerleader. Everybody.
If you don't want to believe in your, if you don't want to believe in yourself, don't hang out with me. I'm just going to tell you, and I may or may not stretch you out. Your other means is Toastmasters. Do you belong to Toastmasters?
I am in Toastmasters. Yes.
And there's awesome people like me in Toastmasters with you.
Yes.
You got a lot of great people. Yeah. So go ahead.
I do have goals there in Toastmasters. Right now, I am public relations manager for the district. I have a set of goals of things that I'm trying to accomplish there. Got them all written out. And for myself in Toastmasters, there are 2 paths that I intend to complete before June 30th.
There you go.
It's so easy in Toastmasters for me to write down and say, I want this, this, and this. Why is it so hard for me to do that in my personal life?
That's a good question. You might want to journal and figure that out, Terry Ann, and get back to us on that.
You mean the thing that I try to encourage people to do?
Yeah, sometimes it's so easy to tell others to do something, but doing it yourself. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Lisa. So good to see you guys. What are some of your guys' goals and what are some of your means? Because that's what I was asking Terry Ann. I am actually doing multiple goals that have been scary. Well, 2020 pushed you, did it not?
Oh, 2020 pushed me. I don't know about anybody else, but boy,
Well, back in 2019,
my comfort zone.
do you guys know it was actually 2019 one time? So back in October 2019, I knew I needed to go live and go and start doing training online and everything else. But, you know, it's October 2019. And I don't like pictures of myself. I don't like videos of myself. I don't like. And God said to me, it ain't about you. It's about your message. Quit it, Sherry. And then I started doing those pop-ups on Kansas City Inspired Coffee with Sherry, which if you're not following me there, you guys should follow me on Kansas City Inspired Coffee with Sherry. I do need to go back and start giving those 1-minute tips Monday through Friday. And my friend Terry Ann belongs to Toastmasters and have this really cool pink sweatshirt that is warmer than warm. I should have it on today. That's what I should.
Why don't you have that on?
I thought about it. It says, what is it called? Gratitude. Have an attitude of gratitude. Well, that whole week I was talking about it, and I bought it from, I cannot remember what her name is. Of course, she owns her own business as well. When I seen it, it was pink, my favorite color, and it said gratitude with attitude, so I bought it. And so I was wearing that one day, and Terry Ann thought I had so much confidence that I was doing stuff in my pajamas. And maybe that's where we need to do. Maybe we need to just do it in our pajamas, right? But the means is having people that believe in you, right?
That's one of them.
Having
one of the means.
Masters, hanging out with the right people, which we'll talk about that a little bit more, right, later. But anyway, so my means was then I had to get coaches and people to figure out how to launch and scale online. I don't know if you guys seen, I've done 7-day challenge. I've been doing masterminds, all scary crap. And then I need to put a YouTube channel together. Well, if anybody knows Tim Anderson, I'm just going to give him a shout out. He's amazing at helping you set up YouTube channel. So I have a brand new YouTube channel and my big goal is to hit 100. And you know what? I'm 34 subscribers from my 100. So
hey, I've got that same goal.
So my means with doing that is how many people out in the community, right? Because I belong to a lot of coaching groups. I belong to how many people want, maybe want the information I got. So that is one of my goals. My other goal is to get this book written, Terry Ann. And don't I
hear you're writing a book?
Excuses? Well, I don't really make excuses because I have the information. Do I not?
You have it.
I have all my resources. I have people that believe in me. I just need to take action. And yes, Tim Anderson is the best. If you guys want to do videos, you want to do YouTube, any of that stuff, go talk to Tim Anderson. And you want to talk about resources, he's a great one. And there's my friend Pam. Good morning, Pam. Pam is amazing. She's one of my clients I've been coaching who's amazing. But anyway, Pam has done a lot with going out of her comfort zone. And so some of your resources, what are they that you need, right? What are
a lot of times resources we think only means money.
But it doesn't, right? We might need money. And if you need money, what if you had to do a side job to get your business going? Oh my gosh, you'd be multitasking. Oh wait, us as women are used to that, right? So what do you have to do if you need the money? But a lot of times you need the support, right? Toastmasters is great for if you're scared to do public speaking. Okay, I got a secret to tell everybody. Listen, I joined Toastmasters like 14 years ago, and there was no way I would get up and talk in front of anybody. I know nobody believes that about Sherry Berger. And because of my personality, people at my church, because I belonged to the same church for 16 years. Now I belong to that same church for 30. They just assume, tell Sherry to get up in front of chapel or service and talk about the auction or talk about, no. Just because I have kids here for 22 consecutive years does not mean I'm going to get up. Now, would I go tell people all over in the community? Yep, that's what I'm saying. Resources are people. Toastmasters is the safest place to fail. Is it not, Terry Ann?
I like that. Yes, we've recently made, I recently said on a meme, Toastmasters is a safe place to fail. No one has been fired for giving a bad Toastmasters speech.
But do you know what else? No one has been fired for doing a bad Facebook Live.
Oh, wow.
They have
Really?
not. Now, people might judge you or think or whatever, but yesterday I run a whole group and I had a guest speaker, right? And it's on Zoom, and that would be great. Now, I believe I shared the link to everybody, but you know what? I took last week off, Terry Ann. I actually disappeared and tried not to.
I noticed that when I got on here last week and I was all alone.
we talked about I could hop on here for a minute. And then we talked about, Terry Ann, it was best for me just to disconnect. So I did. But then I had a guest speaker yesterday, first day back in my office. Guess what? She didn't know how to get on Zoom. So she's texting me and she's whatever. So I had everybody going around introducing themselves. I'm texting her back, trying to get her on Zoom, because you're going to do whatever you got to do as a leader, right? I mean, come on, I lead this group. I got it. No big deal. So when she got on, I said, guess what, guys? I'm not perfect. And I may or may not have made sure that our guest speaker could get on Zoom, but we got her on here today. And what I got her on, worked it out times, and I think we've learned it a lot in Toastmasters. When things go wrong, you just got to laugh it off and move on, right? So yeah, people can be resources. Who you hang out with. Learning from failure is what makes us better, stronger, more qualified, and unstoppable. Love it, Pam. You should, yes, there you go. Love that. That is so true. And you know what one of your resources could be, Terry Ann? Failure.
That has been a hard lesson to learn, but that is one thing I am learning these last couple of years. Failure is not fatal.
Failure is one of your biggest resources.
Sure.
So if you're going to fail big. Right? If you're going to do it big. Yes. Blue Jacket Toastmasters is where Jackson is. Woohoo! Terry.
All right, I got to tell you, we're having an awful lot. If you're going to do that, we're having an awful lot of fun over at Tower Talkers. But you know what? When I joined Toastmasters, I never had a problem.
We compete what club's better, don't we, Terry? And let's do it.
I never had a problem standing in front of people. I was always, hey, get Terry Ann, go, she'll talk about it. And I never had a problem really standing up and talking in front of people. What I learned through Toastmasters, though, is how to refine what I'm talking about. Exactly. So that wasn't just getting up and just kind of, going all over the place. Through Toastmasters, I've learned how to refine my speaking, how to narrow down that speech and not have 14,000 different topics. Just have that one topic and stick to it. And that's all that matters at this point.
That's true.
And I built a lot of confidence, even though I was confident enough to stand in front of people before. Now there's a lot more confidence to do it.
And that is a great point. And failure, Toastmasters, what are some of your guys' goals? And what means do you need? Right? And I'll just real quick off cuff, I don't want to keep talking about Toastmasters, but Terry Ann and I, just like you got to do MU and KU, and we pretend one of our clubs is better, but what we really want is you to be a better version of yourself. And so sometimes when you're scared to do public speaking or video or whatever, joining a group like Toastmasters is great. Oh, that's funny. We have one. We do have a group.
Really? In high school? Wow.
Yeah, well, we have a group off of Toastmasters. Toastmasters, you can't join till you're 18, but we have a group off Toastmasters that is that. Oh, thank you. She's so excited to hear us this morning, and she's so excited to see me on my YouTube channel. And yes, I will be putting more and more stuff out there. And I know Terry Ann also has a YouTube channel. Did you share yours with everybody?
Yes, I did. I shared both links.
Okay, yeah, if you could subscribe to both.
Let's go ahead, because it's more than just a goal. Our first goal for each of us is to reach 100. Why do we want to reach 100? Because once we reach 100 subscribers, if you saw the link, it says channel and there's all these different letters. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we can change those letters to say here to there or Life Coach TA. So, but you got to have 100 before you can do that. So that's why the first goal, there's bigger goals, but the first goal is 100. And that's another thing about goals is those little increments, reaching in increments.
So I like Pam's next thing. She said, well, bigger audience sends more content. Yep, that's true. And my goal is to keep suppressing my goal. That's another good one. What was I going to say? Oh, so yeah, back in October 2019, I knew I needed to make a bigger impact. And to make a bigger impact, I need to do video and training and things like that. Well, I will say that 2020 was actually really benefit because now you have to do more, right? Get out of your comfort zone. Good morning, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Terry Ann, really quick. We have one person that we can't see who they are. So what is the little thing that,
okay.
Remember, StreamYard and Facebook do not like each other. But we use StreamYard so that we can stream to multiple platforms so that we can see everybody.
If you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, you will be asked, do you give permission for Facebook to share your name? So if you would like your name to appear on our thread where we could see your name, that's what you need to do. You don't have to if you want to remain anonymous. We had somebody once say, hey, I'm at work. I really don't want my name there. Something to think about. But
so Facebook user that said, hey, we can't see who you are, just to let you know, because you got to do that. Except, Terry Ann, do we have to do that every time? Or
you should not have to. Once you do it, the permission. Now, somewhere a few months down the road, Facebook may change their little settings again. You might have to reset it. But no, you should only have to do it the one time.
So there you go. Yeah, Terry Ann is the technical geeky whatever. She also owns another business, that does technical.
It's Righteous Tech Pros with my husband.
Yeah, you own that business with your husband, and I don't think people actually know that. So there you go.
We do website development, and I teach how to use Zoom and a bunch of other little things.
If you're overwhelmed with your technology, and if that's one of the means you need, reach out to Terry Ann because she works with her husband Reed, and they are amazing with the technical side of stuff. So
thank you.
Go. There's my big plug for that. That's why I'm friends. That's why I'm really friends with them.
I see. You love me for my technical skills. All right. So getting back to the means, what now means more than just, first of all, do you have the finances to achieve your goal? That's always an important question. But a lot of times we feel like that's the only question. It's not. We've talked about the question is developing the skills. Do you have the skills? If you don't have the skills, where are you going to get them? Do you have that person behind you who's going to say, come on, you said you were going to do it today. What's it going to take to do this? Someone to help you be accountable for your goals. That's another means that we need. So we need accountability. We need finances. We need the skills. What other means do you need? What are some of your goals to the audience?
IT could be a means that I just told you that you could fill.
IT is the big means.
We talked about financial, and sometimes people, I guess, don't realize that I'm a business coach, but I'm also a financial coach. And then I have a lot of life skills, right? So that's why I tell people that we educate people with their business, their finances, in their life to keep that balanced. Because being a mom of 4 and being married for, I don't know, more than a minute and being a single parent for 5 years, some of the stuff I've just learned. But some of it, I'm, of course, certified financial coach. You have huge IT resources, finances, IT, because people will be like, I don't get all this technical. Then find a technical person like Terry Ann. I don't know how to get my numbers right, my budgets, then work with somebody like me or somebody else. Like I'm a business coach. If you're telling yourself lies, and you're not believing in yourself, work with somebody like Terry Ann who helps defeat lies. So if you got to pull in extra resources, I want to lose weight this year. Actually, I'm going to lose weight and I got to get my health back. So maybe I need like a food log, which Weight Watchers or Moon or whatever. I am hiring a personal trainer. Don't know if you guys know Judy Lagner, but she is the best. And I'm going to be working with her this year. And I've worked with her on and off last year. But you know what? Sherry has to get more serious and work with Judy more. Because Judy's not a magic magician, right?
Mm-hmm.
She can coach me. She can help me. But I got to do, right? So if you got to get a coach, you got to get a trainer. Make sure that you also, that's why we talked about that intentional, that you do as well. But there's a lot of resources out there. As far as all of that, I got Sherry coaching. Oh, yeah. I don't want to read or brag about myself, but I got some people.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Somebody else to say, hey, here's what I did. But just like you said, when you were talking about you've got someone who's going to help you with your health. They can give you the information, but you have to do the work.
Yes. And we both work with people on mindset and we both do the accountability because we're coaches. But like you said, you've got to do. And you know what? Also, when you're trying to find people to work with, when you're trying to find somebody for resources, make sure there's somebody that works with you. Later, though, we're going to talk about getting the right people in your life. So I don't want to make a big deal about it, but there's a lot of real estate agents. There is a lot of financial advisors. There's a lot of coaches. You need to get the one that works well with your personality and coaches you the way you need to be coached. Because it's about you being successful. It's not about helping. I mean, it is about helping others, but you know what I mean? Same thing with, so do you need some books for personal development? Do you need to join Toastmasters? Do you need to get some coaches like for personal trainers or coaches? Do you need to maybe fire some people in your life and hire some new ones? What? Yeah, the people that we get around, but we'll talk about that later. But what are your means? And means can be financial. And you know what? If your why that we talked about start with is big enough, you will find the resources. Sometimes you need to resource up.
Ooh, I like that phrase.
If you guys don't know what that means, resource up. Hey, reach out to me. I can explain that to you more. But yeah, make sure you're resourcing up. Because we want to make sure that we are moving from here to there, that we are actually turning these goals into reality.
Now, this is interesting. The golden rule of business through, I'm not going to try to pronounce that person's name. If it can be delegated, it must be delegated. I am only one person, and to do what I am passionate about, I have a team. I love that. Create a team, have a team.
Yeah.
Because I know for myself, I find it very easy. There's I've got this whole bunch of things to do, and I can do them all except that one thing. And that one thing will stop me from doing anything.
But we need to save time and money, right? Do you know you can always get more money? I can show you how. I'll just let you know that. Time, you can't get more. I wish I only have 24 hours in a day. But if we outsource, we find other resources, we figure out ways to do it more effective and efficient, then we can save time, right? Mm-hmm. We can save money too. I can show you how to do both. But that's not the point. The point is to make sure that you are getting those means that you need to get your goals. And what did I tell you, Terry Ann? Maybe we should journal about it to figure out what it is.
I ask people to journal every week, and you're telling me that I should do it too?
I don't know. If you ask others to do it like your children and you don't do it, how does that work? They listen, right? I said, if you ask other people to do something like your children and you don't do it, how does that work?
They watch and they notice. Yes.
And that's people in general, especially if you're in a leadership position like you are, right? I really, really
living what
appreciate,
you are preaching.
I really, really appreciate everybody that's here today. What are we talking about next week, Terry Ann?
Next week, don't give up. At this point, many people drop their goals. So what are you doing to stay focused? How will you be accountable and keep this goal a priority in your life?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that, right? We're going to start talking about that. And practice what you preach and be the example. Man, we could just make that be a saying, right? Post it everywhere.
That. Hey, before we leave, I want to mention, we've talked about we are both in Toastmasters, and some of the people on here are Toastmasters as well. This started out just as something we wanted to do to stretch both of our comfort zones. But we also found that we could use this as a Toastmasters project. But one of the things we need is to be able to tell others what we learned from it, and we need to be evaluated. We have created a survey.
I would like everybody to do the survey, Terry Ann, so that you and I are adding more value to you guys too. So the survey is about, if you could tell us what we did right. You know, we love constructive criticism, but more importantly, what we're doing right, what we could do more of, and how we could tailor this more to fit you. And the funny thing is, we met how many weeks ago? What week are we on, Terry Ann?
This is week 19. Would you believe it?
Okay, so, and today is Terry Ann's 20th wedding anniversary.
Yes,
wow. It is. It's 2020-21, and they've been married 20 years today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's an intentional and a why, and oh my gosh, what a goal. Congratulations. I'm a little slow. I just got back from vacation, so I didn't catch on till she just said that. Because we were hoping number 20 would be on her 20th, but it's number 19. But 19 weeks ago, Terry Ann and I discussed, well, we met up. And what did you want to do, Terry Ann? Sherry, I want to interview you because Terry Ann interviews.
That's how we were going to start it, yes.
Terry Ann interviews women that I don't know that she admires. I don't even know. She interviews some women. So she decided she wanted to interview me. And we were having coffee and hanging out. And I go, yeah, well, you could interview me. Or we could just go ahead and go live and da-da-da. And she goes, okay, well, we could try that. I don't know what we're doing, Sherry, but all right. And then she later says, you know, you're not going to get out of getting interviewed, Sherry, if that's what you try. So what are we doing next week, Terry? And I mean, not on this, but next week, Terry will be interviewing me. It will not be live because Terry Ann loves me more than that. So Terry Ann will fix it, and then she will make it all pretty. But if you know somebody that would be talking about a great topic, then maybe Terry Ann should interview them. That is another goal that Terry Ann is doing this year, is more interviews. And then I know we have to close up because Terry Ann keeps doing her red cup at me. This Toastmaster. But I want to say one more thing. If you guys get a chance, go tell Terry Ann and Reed's her husband's name, just FYI. Happy 20th anniversary. And they're also going to get away for a couple of days for their 20th. Shh, don't tell nobody. They're sneaking away. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Don't worry, Terry Ann will be back next week to interview me on Monday. And on Wednesday, what are we going to be talking about, Terry Ann?
We're talking, don't give up those goals.
And it'll be number 20. So
we'll be number 20. We're going to have our own 20th celebration.
It'll be our 20th celebration. Today's Terry Ann's. I just didn't want to take away from yours, Terry. Terry Ann, we couldn't have them the same day.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Everybody have a blessed day, and we will see you next Wednesday at 9:30.
Thanks for joining us.